Welcome to Toward a Quality of Life, coming to you on a suddenly hot day in the month of June, broadcasting out of the Roxbury studio of BNN TV, your station for local, national, and international goings-on. I'm speaking to you today with less enthusiasm and less flair and less spirit. I'm speaking to you as a person who is broken, very, very broken, and very broken-hearted. And this has to do, of course, with the Holocaust that is going on in the Gulf of Mexico and the incredible, vast decimation of people as well, secondary to nature, because nature is sacrosanct. And when we're killing nature, we're killing ourselves. Now, people have asked me, I'm going to talk in this show about the very, very severe failings of the person who is the President of the United States. And as you have seen, you know that I have talked about his sleight of hand and the failings and the things that he is trying to do to the United States, which he has, I must admit, if there are any accomplishments that the President has made to date in about 18 months of being in office, certainly the downhill path of the country, the greater insecurity of the country, the now literal war going on at our southern border, the financial problems, the ongoing freeze of credit in the banks, the non-resolution of the housing situation, and the economy and jobs, which are still a very difficult problem and will continue to be so, etc., etc. And my belief, as the belief of many, because it has been spoken of and outlined by persons with whom he is aligned, that a de-development of the United States and a bringing it down to size in the greater scheme of world order is what's on the agenda. And in that respect, we are going down very fast, very badly, and we are in very bad shape. So in that respect, he's been very successful. And this is a president whom I've spoken to you before is deceptive. And that's why the name of this show is called Sleight of Hand, because it's reminiscent to me of an album cover by Blue Oyster Cult, where a magician or an illusionist is showing you cards over here with one hand, but really what's going on is being done on the other hand. And I've come to the opinion, which is not mine to hold, but I can't help my mind from thinking of it, that it is the people of the United States who are to blame. It is the people of the United States who are reacting as zombies, like the song by Fela Kuti of Nigeria talks about. Zombie people following, as is the subtitle of this show, in a paralyzed and hypnotized way against what is good for them. So in that sense, the president has been very successful. And I dare anyone to say what has become better in this country since he's become president, except, of course, I must admit, perhaps to persons of African American origin, a sense of more possibility and inspiration. I think that has happened. And to people of European, Caucasian ancestry, again, maybe a belief that this somehow assuages guilt, or I don't know for what reason. Maybe in that sense there has been some deliverance, but otherwise, in terms of what's good for us as a country, and all of that other stuff is for naught, because what's good for us in our health and welfare in the country is of primary importance above anything else. And certainly nature is of primary importance, if only we look at it from wanting to live and needing to live ourselves and needing nature to be in good shape. for that reason alone. People say to me, and I blame people too, that they are ignorant and they don't want to know. Many people don't want to know. They won't even consider it. They have their minds closed to the possibility. They want to believe this hypnagogic state that they're in, just sort of shuffling into oblivion, if you will. So it's really our fault that things are this bad. And I ask you, what has become better since we have this presidency for the past, 15, 16, 17 months? What has become better? And many people will immediately say healthcare, but I believe that when you see how healthcare really pans out, which is going to be a couple of years away and into the years beyond that, you're going to find out that other than ensuring more people, which I am favorable to, as are many of my colleagues and fellow citizens, you're going to find out that, oh boy, what has been wrought with this health care bill is an outrage. And as are with many other bills that have been passed in executive orders. And I'm not going to get into those today. I am going to stick with this most horrible situation in the Gulf of Mexico. And I am going to begin by telling you, and let me say one other thing. My time goes by so fast in these shortened shows, but people ask me, where do I get my information? No, I'm not going to kook sites and listening to kooky people or reading kooky things. I get my information from the Huffington Post, Real Clear Politics, Washington Post, Washington Times, Wall Street Journal, Associated Press, Reuters, etc., etc. Some of them lean right, most of them lean left. None of them lean in the middle, come to think of it, because the poor middle is there, but tragically underrepresented. And I always say, I even did a show on beware the extremes of right or left. So and if you read newspapers or you watch the standard news reports, you will not be understanding or knowing what's going on. You will absolutely not have a clue of what's going on. So if you think you're informed because you read a newspaper or because you watch the typical evening news, you absolutely will not know, especially with an administration that is sleight of hand. Look here, because I'm really doing over here. And it's a great deception. Maybe someday we'll all be crying in a pool of tears, and maybe we'll be knowing better. Maybe it will all be out in the open. So back to this Gulf of Mexico, which has broken me. As I said before on this subject, I was very broken when Valdez happened. That was a permanent depressive event for me. This one is way more catastrophic, such that for the animals and for life and for knowing how much you need an ocean, how important it is to our very existence, to say the least, of what's happening to the poor animals and secondarily to the people whose lives are being destroyed in a greater manner. When people have to leave their fishing lives, it's similar to when people had to leave the farms, as has happened as corporations took over farms in this country. People committed suicide and people were destroyed because it's in them, it's cellular, it's in their very bones, in every cell of their body. And so it is with the people who live on the coast of these states affected by the current catastrophe, as well as it is to the people indigenous, many of them permanently displaced since Katrina, indigenous to the Louisiana, Gulf, and Mississippi way of life. Now, when this event started to happen on April